So it looks like Ian Maatsen is set to go to Aston Villa, a player that I thought was nailed on at Borussia Dortmund. Otherwise, I'd be wanting him as Manchester United's left-back signing this summer. But Aston Villa have done a mad one, and they have probably got Maatsen coming in unless something goes drastically wrong. It's essentially a done deal. You've got Romano, you've got Ornstein speaking about it. There's obviously the Douglas Luiz deal ongoing as well, and potentially players involved in a swap with Juventus. And I think Aston Villa are, people are sleeping on them a bit. They are ready. They are ready to push that, big six, that top six. They're in the Champions League and they want to stay there. I mean, Matheus Sule would be a brilliant deal if they got him, but obviously he's not included in the deal because Matheus Sule is a player. But let's talk about it. Let's talk about Ian Maatsen, why this is such a good signing for Aston Villa and why we should probably stop sleeping on Aston Villa a bit. I saw someone do predictions for next season. This was literally earlier today on TikTok, and they put Aston Villa ninth. I don't know why they've put Aston Villa ninth. For me, maybe they might drop out of the top four next season. You never know. But ninth is crazy. So let's talk about Ian Maatsen and why he's going to be a good signing for Villa. First of all, he's young. He's 22 years of age. He majority plays left back, but he can play left wing back and left mid. I don't know why it says left wing back, so it's left back. I meant left mid. He's very an attacking fullback. He spent most of his youth playing in the Netherlands and joined the Chelsea Academy in 2018, where he had loan spells at Charlton, Coventry, Burnley, and now Dortmund. His loan spells at Burnley and Dortmund were particularly impressive, catching the eye of many big clubs, and Aston Villa are the club that look like they're going to get the deal over the line. He's obviously been a highly rated player throughout his whole youth career, under 17 Dutch champions, under 17 European champions, championship with Burnley as well at age 20, 19, 20. Very experienced for his age, very good at youth ranks, and a very good technical player. So if we look at Maatsen just from a stats-wise, but obviously we're actually going to talk about him as a player by using my eyes from watching him play. But if we look at him from a stat-based statistic, aerial duels is, absolutely horrific, but he's, tiny. But other than, him being tiny, very, very good player. Non-penalty goals, decently high. Assists maybe on the lower side, but to be honest, I do think that he would get a lot more assists in the Villa side if, playing it into someone like Watkins, who's just a clinical striker as well. Passes, attempt, pass completion, progressive passes, progressive carries, very much in the high metrics. And defensively, interceptions, blocks, clearances, he is one of the better fullbacks defensively at, making those tackles, making those challenges. He's known as an offensive and attacking fullback, but he is a lot better defensively than he gets credit for. So I thought I'd compare him to Luca Dean stats-wise. And as you can see with Digne, aerial duels is completely different. And his expected assists are a lot higher, but he does obviously play for a side where his expected assists and crosses would naturally be higher because he's asked to do that more, but he is obviously 30. Maatsen is younger, and if you look at statistics there, like carrying, defensive actions, duel winning, progressive passes, why they probably want Maatsen and why Villa want Maatsen is build up, versatility. He's a guy that's going to help retain the ball, have the ball in tight spaces and progress play. His influence in allowing Villa to move the ball quicker, be more versatile, whether he comes inside and helps midfield passing lanes, whether he provides an overlap, is going to be massive. His ball progression is something that modern teams want in a fullback now. So, we'll talk about that in a second. But if you just want to look more on Maatsen, this is where he's played in his career. Basically, he's a left back, but all this season, he's played all around this season, as you can see. And last season, he did predominantly play as a left back. He played one game as a centre back, which is crazy because he is literally 5'7", and decent statistics there at Burnley. So, let's talk about Maatsen and why I think this is a really, really good deal for Aston Villa. First of all, with Maatsen, he's got the pace. He's got the anticipation to make him a very good 1v1 left back in both attacking and defensive scenarios. His ability to carry the ball, progress the ball, dribble up the pitch is very good. Take on his men 1v1 is very good. His ability to defend 1v1 because he's fast, because he can anticipate it well, is good. His ability on the ball, I think, is why Villa want him and why he's going to be different to Digne. He's very comfortable at inverting, going into midfield, or staying out wide. He has the versatility to be a fullback that will invert or a fullback that goes wide and provides support on the overlap. He does prefer to provide support on the overlap, but his technical ability, his ability on the ball means that he can take up different roles in possession. If, Unai Emery wants some kind of different role in build-up, he wants to play a 3-2 shape, he can step in as that left defensive midfielder. He can allow for different shapes and rotations in build-up, which will make Villa less predictable. It helps Villa play out from the back, move the ball quicker, and it will help Villa's all-round play. When he's very good on the ball in tight spaces, he's press resistant, he has the ability to play those passes to break the lines, he can carry the ball, he can get the ball forward, he can connect the ball from defence to midfield with ease. He's going to be really good in helping Villa's build-up. He's very good at progressing the ball, whether it's running down the wing, whether it's doing those short passes, those passer moves, he can connect midfield. And that is what you want in the modern game. Players are going to help you build up from the back, improve the technical ceiling of the squad. On top of that, I just looked at other factors about him, like he does have a good injury record, and he does have an attacking style mindset. He always wants to get forward, take on his man, progress down the wing, 1v1. He offers support for his winger that he likes to overlap. He likes to do those quick combinations with his winger. But sometimes he inverts into midfield. He helps create overloads. He helps create passing combinations. He gets involved in the middle of the pitch. This could help Villa in build-up. This could help Villa in phases of the pitch when they need to break teams down. If they need potential, they need to improve games. Now, I'm not sure who Villa's out-and-out left winger is, because Bailey's basically been playing as a right winger. Diaby's a very good player that's basically played on the right. Rodgers, McGinn, I don't know who your out-and-out left winger is. I feel like I'm missing someone, but I do think he would bring out the best in your wingers to have a fullback that does go down and support. One thing I've noticed about him is he's a lot better passer on the ball than you think. I know his expected assists aren't this crazy high number compared to other fullbacks. Like his numbers are less than Digne, but he's very good at playing those intricate passes to break that final line of defence and break down that low block. He's able to break the final line of defence. He's able to use his intelligence. He's a very clever player. He's able to use his intelligence to find space between the midfield and defensive line, get in that space, then play the ball through the defensive line to find someone in space past the defensive line. He's got that vision, that passing ability, and that movement that's really good at, I think, unlocking low blocks, which Villa will notice. And I also think his ability to find space is very, very clever. And in general, he's a good attacking fullback that just likes to overlap, likes to support his wingers, that likes to find space, to run into space, that is intelligent, he can progress play. I think his ability and IQ off the ball is a lot better than he gets credit for. I think, and we'll talk more in detail for that. I think he's got a good reading of the game. I think, his biggest weakness would be his height and his size, of course. But I do think he makes up for that in his ability to cover large ground, his ability to defend 1v1, his ability to anticipate the games well. He seems very determined, hard-working fullback as well. Also, he's just very good at, I think, winning fouls up the pitch as well. He gets up the pitch, he wins fouls, he excels in tight spaces, he's a good carrier. And defensively, he's weak at aerial duels. His weak foot could improve. And he likes to get high, and sometimes he can be caught out defensively. But he's one of those players that if you want to be a top team, you want an attacking fullback, and you get that with him. I think defensively he is solid. As I said, he excels 1v1 defensively. He's got the pace to deal with the trickiest wingers, and he can make slide tackles. He's got that commitment. He works hard. I think sometimes positionally he pushes forward. He's sometimes not there. Aerially, he's obviously not there. But I do think, because he's tactically intelligent, because he works hard and he's technically good, that all covers that sort of weaknesses there. I think his best role was maybe a left wing back in a back three, but he has the license to get forward a bit more. But I do think he's very good as a left back if he has freedom to provide overlaps and attack. And I think his creative output, while he hasn't got Trent Alexander-Arnold level statistics, his creative output is very good, and I think it will improve at Villa working with someone like Ollie Watkins. So that is your quick video on why I think that Maatsen will be a very good signing for Villa. Let me know your thoughts. Please do that like button. Of course, subscribe down below if you're new. Thank you for watching. Bye.